At the beginning of the movie, it shows a beautiful woman named Ashley driving her car along a quiet road in the middle of a dense forest. Ashley is on her way to pick up her husband, Max, who is being released that day after serving 4 years in prison. When she arrives, Max immediately walks up to his wife. The first thing Max asks about is their child, who is now 2 years old.
How is he?
He's good.
Preschool.
Yep.
They then get into the car and head home, passing through the same forest again. Along the way, they talk about how quiet the forest is, how remote it feels, and how it seems like no human has ever set foot there.
You learned your lesson.
Wait, so this is what you listen to now?
Suddenly, Ashley pulls the car over to the side of the road. After being apart for 4 years, Ashley can't hold back anymore. Taking advantage of how empty the place is, they start having fun. Unfortunately, since it's been a long time, Max can't last very long, leaving Ashley with a disappointed look on her face. After that, they continue their trip. They stop at a gas station and the supermarket next to it to buy some snacks since the journey is still long.
He's coming round again.
Unexpectedly, Ashley is harassed there by a group of male hunters. Seeing this, Max immediately gets angry and beats them up.
Ex-con in my boots.
After teaching them a lesson, Max and Ashley continue their journey. Inside the car, Ashley admits that she's scared of those men. Max calms her down and promises to protect her from anything, even if it means risking his life. Not long after, someone suddenly crosses the road and gets hit by their car. Max and Ashley are shocked and panic. They get out and check on the victim.
Oh my God.
The condition of the person is horrific. His face is torn apart and his body is covered in wounds, like he was just attacked by a wild animal. Panicking, Ashley runs to the car to try to call for help through the radio. However, without them realizing it, there is a figure watching from a distance. Suddenly, the figure starts throwing rocks at them from the top of the hill. The two of them take cover behind the car. Unfortunately, a rock hits Max, sending him flying and falling into the ravine behind him. When Ashley sees her husband being carried away by the river, she immediately jumps in to help him. They are swept away by the strong current, but eventually wash up safely on the riverbank. Even though they are far from the car, Ashley struggles to drag Max out of the water. Not long after, Max regains consciousness in a confused state. Ashley tries to calm him down. Meanwhile, the figure who attacked them comes out of hiding. His body is huge, like a gorilla. The creature pushes Ashley's car and then drags the body of the hit-and-run victim into the forest. It turns out the figure is Bigfoot. Elsewhere, as it gets darker, Ashley and Max decide to spend the night by the river. Their clothes are still wet, so they take them off and dry them near the campfire they start. They hold each other to keep warm in the cold forest air. Meanwhile, a sheriff arrives at the location where Ashley's car was thrown and where the hit-and-run happened. He is the one who received the distress message from Ashley's car radio earlier. Seeing the car at the bottom of the ravine with deep scratch marks, the sheriff is convinced this was not a normal accident. He immediately contacts his fellow sheriff to report what he believes is a very dangerous situation.
Nelson, you tell him to get over here with the...
The next morning, when Ashley wakes up, she finds that the clothes she hung out to dry are gone. Max, who has just returned from checking the area, is also confused. In the end, Max gives his t-shirt to Ashley. They quickly set off to look for help. Max and Ashley continue walking along the river. Without realizing it, Bigfoot keeps following them from a distance.
Schitt's Creek, I presume?
After walking for quite a while, Max hears voices. It turns out to be the group of hunters who harassed Ashley at the gas station the day before. Max approaches them to ask for help. The hunters, seeing Max's condition, immediately mock him, especially since Max had beaten them up the day before.
It ain't like we get a lot of service.
How much the technology must have... in the general direction.
Meanwhile, Ashley hides behind a tree because she's afraid of being harassed again, especially since she's only wearing her husband's long t-shirt. Without Ashley realizing it, Bigfoot slowly approaches her and gently touches her hair. Ashley is startled and runs toward Max and the hunters. Seeing Ashley wearing only a t-shirt, the hunters cheer, but instead they give her some clothes. They also agree to help Max and Ashley.
You go, sweetheart.
On the way back, one of the hunters needs to pee. He goes into the forest accompanied by two of his friends. While peeing, he hears a sound from his friend that sounds like snoring. When he goes closer, he finds his friend with an arrow stuck in his neck, already dead. The man panics and tries to run away, but meets the same fate. An arrow pierces his neck. While he is dying, Bigfoot approaches and stabs his eyes with his fingers until the man dies. Their third friend has also already been captured and killed by Bigfoot. Not long after that, Max, Ashley, and the rest of the group are attacked by Bigfoot. A fierce fight breaks out. Terrified, Ashley runs and hides behind a tree, but Bigfoot keeps following her, seemingly attracted to her. Ashley runs to look for her husband, but unfortunately Max and the hunters are already lying helpless, slaughtered by Bigfoot. Ashley grows weak and tries to run, but she can't. In the end, Ashley faints. Bigfoot then carries her to his nest. Sometime after Bigfoot leaves, an old woman who looks like a grandmother appears. She brings a cart and starts loading the bodies of the dead men. The only one still alive is Max. Elsewhere, the sheriff is seen attending a Native American tribal ceremony. In the ritual, someone plays the role of Bigfoot, who has long been considered a threat to the tribe. They desperately want to capture Bigfoot because the creature has continued to disturb their peace. Suddenly, the sheriff seems to receive a supernatural vision about how to capture and kill Bigfoot. Meanwhile, Ashley, who is inside Bigfoot's cave, starts to realize that the creature is attracted to her. A short while later, Bigfoot approaches Ashley, who looks resigned to her situation. Eventually, Bigfoot treats Ashley badly. Morning comes, and Max finally regains consciousness. Max finds himself inside a small hut. The sheriff, who attended the ritual the night before, is already standing in front of him. He tells Max that the two of them need to get ready to go hunting. The plan is to search for Bigfoot, who is currently holding Max's wife. After preparing their weapons, Max and the sheriff leave the witch grandmother's hut, the one who saved Max's life the day before. Meanwhile, back at Bigfoot's lair, Ashley tries to find a way to loosen her rope bindings and escape. She finds an animal fang nearby. When Bigfoot comes back and wants to have fun again, Ashley immediately attacks his face with the fang. Bigfoot looks extremely upset and finally leaves Ashley alone inside the cave. Feeling safe, Ashley quickly frees herself and leaves while carrying a rifle she finds there. At the same time, Max and the sheriff arrive deep in the forest. There, they find signs of Bigfoot's presence. Suddenly, the sheriff is ambushed by Bigfoot. The creature's claws cause severe wounds, and the sheriff is eventually killed. Now only Max remains. Max struggles to survive and keeps running so he won't become the next victim. He becomes even more alert after realizing that Bigfoot always attacks suddenly. After traveling through the forest for some time, Max finally meets his wife, Ashley, who is trying to escape from Bigfoot. Not long after, Bigfoot appears. Ashley shoots him, but the shot has no effect at all. The two of them run because Bigfoot turns out to be incredibly strong. Along the way, Max tells his wife to keep going, while he will fight Bigfoot alone. Ashley doesn't agree at first, but Max convinces her that it's the best choice so at least one of them can survive. In the end, with a heavy heart, Ashley leaves her husband behind. Max now faces Bigfoot alone. A fight between the two is unavoidable. Max struggles because his rifle is out of bullets. He switches to using the spear he brought, but unfortunately, he is still overpowered. Max is nearly killed, but when he's cornered, he gets an idea. He drives the spear straight into Bigfoot's neck, causing the creature to fall. Not wasting the chance, Max immediately smashes Bigfoot's head with a rock until Bigfoot dies on the spot. Max manages to defeat him. Meanwhile, Ashley finally makes it to the highway. She asks passing people for help. Max, on the other hand, feels exhausted but happy because he managed to defeat Bigfoot. Suddenly, an arrow pierces his stomach. It turns out he is shot by a group of Bigfoots. Unexpectedly, there isn't just one Bigfoot in the forest, but dozens, even hundreds of them. They attack Max together. Max can only give up because it's impossible to fight them all. The movie ends here.